So I'm here with legendary producer Zaytoven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really appreciate this, brother, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
All right, producer Swift. Yep.
First thing I want to know is what attracted you to that?
Well, I was just attracted to music. Period. I'm a guy that I grew up in the church, and I'm still in the church. So I was one of those kids that's in church all the time, and when you're in church all the time, you look for something to do. So I started playing with them instruments. Now, as far as the industry, I really didn't get attracted to that till I started learning how to use the keyboards and stuff to make beats with. When I started making beats with the equipment, it's like, okay, now I want somebody to rap on it or sing on it. And it went from that to, a song actually getting on somebody's album and getting paid for it. Then it started turning to, okay, this is what I like to do.
I mean, I always really like music. I guess in this industry you can really be innovative. You can be creative. So that's one thing that really, attracted me to this industry, because it ain't really necessarily right or wrong.
So from that place, what aspects of your career have you found the most and the least rewarding? And why?
It's hard to say, man. It all kind of balance out for me, because it's rewarding to me when when people are using my music all over the place, when I hear people rapping on it and stuff like that. And sometimes it can get the least rewarding when sometimes people get your music and they ain't paid for it. It comes from they might have got it off somebody else's computer.
Right.
So it's kind of like the gift and the curse.
The most rewarding, I would say, is when you get placements, or when you do records and you see your name out there and you start getting paid. So I guess that's good, because And then I guess the least rewarding would be sometimes is probably having to deal with everything that comes along with the industry sometimes.
So talking to somebody that's interested in trying to be and get to where you are, what would you say right now today would be the best path to this career, to get to where you are?
To where I'm at. Well, I'm a guy that really made my mark in the game independently.
Okay.
So ever since I've been doing, I never had a manager, never signed to a label or nothing like that. So everything I've done been on my own work ethic and merit. So first of all, to get where I'm at is you gotta have a real strong work ethic. You gotta know that this music stuff is what you're gonna do day in, day out, all day, every day. Second of all is really getting out, getting in touch with the people. Seeing who the new artist is and trying to connect with them, brushing up on them or being at the same club they're going to be at, that type of thing. So rather than just making beats, you also have to get out, and sell yourself and get amongst the people. So trying to get where I'm at is, and sometimes it can get discouraging for people, because, an artist you're working with might not blow up. You ain't getting paid a lot of money up front or nothing like that. So it's really just being, headstrong when it comes to believing in what you do.
Okay. So you being where you are right now, you accomplished so much. But what do you see as your next step?
Next step, I'm kind of moving into my next step already. I just started doing movies. I have a movie out right now called Birds of a Feather that's on Netflix and Walmart and everywhere, which has made me more famous than all the music that made me.
All right.
Yeah, so that's my first movie. I just done my second movie, just put that out, man. So, and I actually got a book coming out on Father's Day. So, I see myself just moving into different areas, spreading my wings, just building my brand like that.
Maybe a Grammy later on down the road, a couple years from now, who knows?
So as you sit objectively and look at the music industry, as you look at the career of producer, or we'll just for the sake of the interview include engineering, everything that's technical, about the music, but then just the music industry in general. What are you most excited about? And what are you most concerned about as far as where it's going?
Because with the technology now, things are so much easier to do. A lot of these computers and technology stuff is like robots, so it almost do the work for you. So, I'm excited about that, because this stuff is towards us. We enjoy playing with the equipment, so I enjoy that. And what I'm most concerned about is more so the feel and soul of the music. Because with all the technology and robots and stuff, the computers making the beats for you already, it's like you lose a lot of you know, soul and warmness, the human element, you know, of the music that you know, that you know, that people are so attracted to, you know, and it's really crippling.
I honestly gotta say, the originality and the saturation, really not to say I wouldn't tell nobody not to pursue it, because, you know, everybody, but it's just become so easy, you know, for everybody to do music, and now, you know, everybody wants to do it, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I would just want to make sure that, you know, people are in it for the music, you know what I'm saying, because that's what concerned me, is it's just going to be a whole bunch of nothing, you know what I'm saying, like everything just, you know what I mean, like you can kind of hear it going on, like, you know, everybody just want a quick check, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, you know, that's cool, yeah, but is what you made, is that going to be around 10 years from now, or
all the,
you know what I mean? Like, you know,
as far as musicians and people that really do music, you know, it's really moving them out the way. So that's my really biggest concern with music, because it's getting so watered down right now. It's like, man, this music ain't gonna have no soul in a minute.
I got you. Yeah. It's all automated.
It's all automated.
What is your primary responsibilities, and basically, how do you spend your time? How do you spend your days when you get up? Pretty much, what is your
as a producer?
As a producer,
it's really making sure I have a track list catalog as far as making beats. Okay. One of my main jobs, what I do every day when I don't feel it or feel like it, or when I do feel like it, is getting up and making some beats.
Okay.
I'm a guy that I work with a lot of artists, a lot of street artists, and I work with industry artists, so I got to have enough music to go around.
Okay.
So that's one of my main things, is getting up and making some music.
Okay.
And then the second thing is making sure everybody get the music. So now I'm constantly emailing, trying to make sure everybody got the tracks, you know, that I've been making. And then after that is getting out, showing face, pulling up to these different studios, showing my face, you know, creating my relationship and strengthening my relationships with these artists, you know what I mean, to make sure I'm on their project, or make sure, you know, I'm in the loop.
You talking to a room full of, you know, young, upcoming, aspiring producers and engineers. What skill sets do you really want them to hone in on and focus on to have great success?
I think the biggest asset would be work ethic.
Okay.
Because, you know, I think I'm a pretty good musician. It has got me, you know, far in this music. But really the work ethic, the work ethic of making music and songs and recording day in, day out, you know, is really what got me to where I'm at now. That's the biggest thing if I was trying to encourage somebody, because they might not be the best musician or might not be the best producer, but if you outwork the person that is better than you, you probably gonna win.
Starting out the day, I normally make some beats, make a couple beats, you know, something like that, and then I go from there. I might, you know, have a session or two or something like that. So really, I'm never done working. Like, my responsibilities go from providing the track to mixing some of the tracks that y'all hearing, to even going out to recording the vocals and then mixing the vocals and mixing the whole project. Like, I really do. I got a wide range of, you know, you have to know what you're doing. You know how to work certain programs. You know, whatever it is that you use, you gotta know how to work. You know what I'm saying? Know how to learn what it is, you know what I'm saying, you're doing, and make sure that you on top of it, whatever it is you learn it from the front to the back. And then, you know what I'm saying, also I think patience is an important thing, an important aspect, because, you know, if you can't stay down, you can't be patient. It's just not, it ain't never gonna happen.
What do you do to make sure that they stay sharp and current?
My biggest thing is staying in tune with the new guys that's hot. Like, whether it's a new producer that's hot, whether it's a new artist, or it's me going out finding somebody I think that could be the next guy. That's what has kept me current over 10 years in this music. I'm not relevant because of Nicki Minaj or Usher, or, you know, those are people I done worked with, but that's not what kept me relevant. What kept me relevant is the Migos or Young Dolph, or, you know, me really, you know, digging my hands in the mud and, you know what I'm saying, let me go work with this guy. He, you know, he on the way up. I think he gonna be somebody. Let me go spend my time
try to mess with new gear, mess with new stuff, try different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when I'm working on stuff, I have a period where I'm just trying a couple things to see if they work. And times like that, I end up coming up with something that I ain't heard nobody do.
There's no guarantee. You know, this music business, you got to spend money, spend a whole lot of money before you make any money. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of smoke and mirrors.